is. And I've come to the point with him that at this point, I think we have a medical issue, and this is the direction that we're going in. I want to take a minute and give you an update on Banks. Banks is the one that came in and was really worried about people. I really worried about me being over here. That was a problem. And I'd saddle him up, and he's the one that had been to another trainer before me. I saddle him up and he'd buck, and he would buck the same amount every time. And my first thought was that some traumatic experience from when he was with the previous trainer caused him to worry when I was around him, and just moving in general, he would really get worried. And caused him to worry, which caused him to buck and caused some scared actions and stuff. So I've been working on that for a while. And then it got where I was doing what I knew should have been getting improvement, and it wasn't improving. And when things are not improving and you know they should be, you have to step back and look and reassess the situation and see what else could be causing the situation. And I have run into before where a horse had low magnesium, and the low magnesium, when I put the saddle on and tighten it a little bit, the horse's muscles would tighten, and then he'd get a whole body cramp. And the one horse in particular, the first time I ever came across that particular horse, as soon as I get the saddle a little bit tight, he'd fall to the ground, looked like he was having a seizure because it was so severe. And turned out he just had low magnesium. Gave him some magnesium, gave him some muscle relaxers for the tight muscles, for the sore muscles, and eventually it was not a problem. So I wanted to rule that out as being a problem, and I wanted to rule a couple of other things out as being a problem, because I knew what I was doing he should have been getting better, and he wasn't. Had the vet out, had some blood work drawn, had some other exams done. Blood work was all fine, and I was trying to rule everything else out before I came up with this possible conclusion. So what me and the vet have come up with is the next most likely thing that we need to rule out is kissing spine. And I was trying to find something simpler to rule out, and we ruled out everything simpler. So he is going to be going to one of the universities around here. We're not sure yet. We're talking to our vet and a couple other vets and getting a recommendation. But it takes a university to do the x-ray to x-ray his spine to see if that's what it is. We feel like we've ruled out all the other likely things, and now that we're down to that being the most likely thing. If you're not familiar with kissing spine, that's basically when you have two vertebrae, and it's kind of like having a bone spur on each vertebrae. They touch, they hit, and it hurts. And there is a procedure for it where they go in and shave off where it's rubbing. It's a little bit different than like a person with a disc problem. It's not quite the same thing. Kind of similar with the vertebrae, but it's a little bit different. So that's where we're at with him. We're going to make arrangements for him to go get x-rayed and see where we're at, see if it's kissing spine. If it's not, we're going to figure out what it is. Because at this point, I do not believe it's training related. I think it's something medical related. And that goes back to something I've talked about in the past, is as far as pain and ruling out pain. It doesn't make sense for every horse that comes in for you to have it go to a vet, do a full blood work makeup, do full x-rays, do everything to rule out every possibility before you decide that a problem is a training issue. just doesn't make sense money-wise. It's easy for somebody to make a comment and say you need to do that, but when it's not their money and not their horse, it doesn't make sense. So what my job as a trainer, what my responsibility is to determine what this issue is. Is it a training issue? Is it a medical issue? Is it something else? And I've come to the point with him that at this point, I think we have a medical issue, and this is the direction that we're going in. So when I find out more, I will make an update post. You can watch his other videos that I've done with him so far in my YouTube playlist. This is Banks. Until next time, thank you for watching.